officially made it to Mexico and we're in my villa right now. So I want to give you a little bit of a view of what it looks like whenever we come here. We're in Cancun. Currently we're staying at the Royal Cancun, and this is what their 2-bedroom villas look like. Absolutely perfect for a family, so let me go ahead and show you. So first, when you walk in the front door, this is the front door right here, you have a full kitchen, you guys, a full kitchen. It comes stock with a stove, it comes with a dishwasher, anything you need for coffee, as well as in here you have plates, bowls, everything that you can need. And then it also comes with like beer and water and all the things in there, whatever you might need. When you come through the front door, here's the front door. To your left is the bedroom, which it would be perfect for kids. So they are absolutely awesome. That's what I love about in here. And they also have a little sink over here so your kids could like get ready in the morning, brush their teeth without getting in the regular bathroom. And then they have these full-size closets so that you can hang up all of your stuff. Now, when you come out of this room, you walk in here, there's the kitchen, there's the door. Here is the overview of the living area. So what's cool is they also have a full-size Murphy bed here. So if you need even more family to come with you, you can roll this down. They can sleep on the full-size Murphy bed, have a full kitchen, dining area, and then you have 2 little outdoor areas, and I'll show you that right now. So you have a nice view of the pool as well as the ocean. And then we come in here around this corner. We have the big sink, so hello. Johnny's in there, that's the bathroom, that's where the toilet and the shower is. Then you come in here and this is the master. So it comes with a king bed and then a full closet if you need it. And then there's a desk in here, a big ass TV. And then you have this little standing patio right here. This isn't as big as the other one, but you can definitely come in here, stand out here, and it just rains, so you'll see some spots on the windows. But see the ocean right there, enjoy your coffee by the pool, whatever, and I freaking love it. Now that we made it here, we are going to schedule our excursions, make sure that we book our dinner plans ahead of time so that we are good to go for the rest of the week while we're here. And we're just gonna relax around here for a little bit, unpack, and then that's it. We're gonna start enjoying our time in Mexico. Good morning, you guys. It is a beautiful but rainy day, first morning here in Mexico, and when in doubt, make coffee. Now, I own a coffee company, and so of course I had to bring my own stuff, make sure my coffee here is just as good as it is when I'm at home. So let's go ahead and make some coffee. the ATV, cenote, and zipline tour. So let's go ahead and get going.
So as you see here, we went to this place that was called Selvatica, and it was a part of a package that we purchased from Thomas More at the front desk where we were staying. And on this tour, we started with ziplining. We went down like 10 or 12 different zip lines. And then a little bit later, I'm going to show you as we went to a cenote as well as going ATVing in the mud. So let's go ahead and get to ziplining.
While we are young, let's be stupid, just you, me, and the
Buenos tardes from Mexico, Cancun, Mexico, but actually right now I am in Isla Mujeres, which is the island right off of Cancun, Mexico. We came out here today to explore the island, and I definitely have some things that I'm going to share with you when I get back to help you on your stay if you ever come here to visit.
The one thing we should know is that we got plenty of time. That we got plenty of time. That we got plenty of time. You don't know a thing about what this is like. I don't want to think about what's ahead, I'm here now. 'Cause I've always wanted to feel alive. Live in the moment, let the future arrive. I'm gonna tell the world the way it's going down. Let tomorrow be tomorrow, right here now. Won't let them bother me, I'm not gonna waste my time. Come and
What's up, you guys? Future Melissa here. I am back from my trip from Cancun, Mexico, as well as Isla Mujeres. But I wanted to pop in here, give you a little bit of information on if you're planning on making this trip yourself, some things you should know of. So if you plan to go to the local nearby island, which is Isla Mujeres, by yourself, so you're not taking a tour over there, you just decide you want to do your own day trip, then what I recommend is that you use Ultramar, which is one of the ferry companies, one of the main ferry companies they have there. They're the big blue and yellow boats. Now, for my husband and I, it was around $30 round trip, because you can buy it round trip to where you use the same ticket when you go there, use that ticket when you're coming back on a later time, later in the day. Now, while you're at the port, we did end up going to the Port La Tortuga. It was the closest one to the Royal Cancun where we were staying, so that's why we selected it. But I believe there's 3 different ports in the Cancun area, so you could just look up whatever's closest to you, walk there, or get a taxi. Chances are taxis would probably be about 300 pesos. And when you're going there, they're going to ask you, do you want a golf cart when you get over there? Think about the way you want to spend your day on this island. So if you plan to explore the entire island, you want to go from tip to tip on this island, you definitely want a go-kart. It's going to run you about $80 for the day. So prepare for that, okay? About $80 for the day. If they ask you when you're there if you want one, if you know you want one, just go ahead and get it with them, because by the time you get to La Isla Mujeres, it is already going to be a shit show. There's a lot of tourists over there, a lot of people. So you want to make sure that you get what you need before you go there. They're not, if it's around $80, they're not trying to wheel and deal you, but they actually work with that company. Because I ran into this issue. I was like, no, I'll get it when I'm over there. By the time I got over there, the people at the front had already booked out all of their go-karts. So it is about $80 for the entire day if you want to explore there. Now, if you plan to just stay in the area right on the other side of the port, there's a ton of beach clubs. There's a ton of local shopping and restaurants just within a couple of blocks. So if you don't want to go on the whole island, then the go-kart is not worth your money. Don't get a go-kart just to go a couple of blocks, okay? Now, we had the most amazing margaritas and lunch at La Valentina, which is just like 2 blocks from the port. And then just keep in mind that the beach clubs are all along there. Some charge you to go there, some don't. So it just depends on what beach club that you're going to. They do accept dollars there. But if you do not bring pesos and you bring American dollars, just be prepared to pay more money for the same item, because they will upcharge you. They get more money that way. They make more money that way. That's just the way that it is. Okay. So I ran into this quite a bit. Luckily I had brought pesos and dollars. So I used all my pesos before I switched over to my dollars, but that's just the way that they do it there. So just keep that in mind as you're going, and that you know the exchange rate on the island whenever you're purchasing things. Do the math, bring your calculator, so on and so forth, and you'll be totally fine to go. Now, you did see me go through one of the excursions just previously where I went to a cenote, ATVing, and then I went on the zip line. Keep in mind, when these tours come to pick you up from your hotel, they're going to be picking up people from other hotels too. So you might be waiting, or it might take you a long time to get there. When it comes to these types of tours, whenever you're over there, be prepared to have to hurry up and wait a lot. You're going to be like, you need to be here now. You need to be here at this time. But then you get there and then you have to wait a really long time, or you're waiting for other people, or it's not very organized. I will say people that are over there that are locals that run these tours, they don't communicate very well with each other. So just keep that in mind, to be as patient as you can be, and expect that the actual activity that you're doing probably isn't going to be as long as you think it is doing that activity, but most of your time is going to be spent during transportation and picking up and dropping off other people at other locations or waiting on other people. So I wanted to help you with your expectations with that. I'll talk a little bit about the next one as well when we get to that excursion, because I got a lot to say about that one. But that was it for this one. So keep on watching. Okay, future me coming in here again to let you know about this excursion that we just did. So this one was also booked through the travel agency in our hotel, which was through Thomas More. And this was through the company Sailing Cancun, but it was the Isla MUJERES package with the privileged package. And the reason why they say that is because you pay more money with the expectations that you're going to get more time there. And you're also going to get less people on one of the boats, which the boats are catamarans. The boat was beautiful, as you saw. There's about 20 people on this boat. If you go the lesser route, I think they have like up to like 40 or 50 people on one boat, which is too cramped for me. This cost me and my husband about $130 per person for the day, but it was very disappointing. This entire excursion was super disappointing. For one, none of the crew were talking to each other. They were, one of the crew members was being very unprofessional, and they were very predatory almost when it came to the way that they were trying to get everybody drunk. It did come with an open bar, but they were almost trying to force alcohol on everybody. And I wasn't drinking. My husband wasn't drinking. But there was a group of younger females that were there that they were definitely bringing out bottles and bottles of tequila for. So that was a little concerning. Also, we were told that we were going to a specific spot when we booked it, and it was a spot where there's these statues underneath the water. If you've ever looked up snorkeling in Isla Mujeres, you've seen pictures of this. They're like beautiful statues under the water, and that's where we thought we were going. And it turns out that the one weekend, this is what we were told, that we wanted to go there, that it was closed. And so the captain took us to another spot, which was just right off of Isla Mujeres next to some rocks. And we only actually got to snorkel for about 15 minutes. It was very disappointing because the entire trip was supposed to be centered around snorkeling. There was a lot of waiting. And so it did take you snorkeling for about 15 minutes, which I assumed was supposed to be way longer than that. And then it took us over to Isla Mujeres, which my husband and I had already been to the day before. And so we already knew like more things about Isla Mujeres and what we wanted to do. This did include lunch, which the lunch was very good. It was on a private beach area where you had to stay there. So we played some Jenga with another couple that we met on the excursion. And then we went into Isla Mujeres itself. Well, what happened is that same group of younger women that were getting completely wasted on the boat, they ended up allowing them to rent a go-kart, and one of them ended up wrecking it and almost getting arrested. And it was with the same unprofessional gentleman that was working for that company that they were all together in this go-kart. She ended up crashing it, ripping her pants. I mean, completely trashing the go-kart. It was really unfortunate. And he talked the owner out of contacting the cops, but she did have to pay a lot of money out of pocket. And so just keep that in mind as you go over there. If you've been drinking, you do not ride the go-karts. Those laws still stand in Isla Mujeres. If you have been drinking, you do not drive the go-kart. You'll be arrested. You'll go to jail. You'll pay $3,000 for a go-kart if you wreck it. So keep that in mind. I just wanted to let you know that. We did get to spend some time. So we went back to La Valentina. As you saw, we had lunch there. I tried a different drink, which was really good. But in the back, you could see my husband's drink. He got the margarita, which I should have gotten again because it was absolutely phenomenal. But as far as that goes, we did still have a really good time. We got to see 3 stingrays in the water. So that was fun. I mean, it was still fun, but just disappointing. And I am much more like a chill person. When I travel, I just want to be relaxed and chill and enjoy the scenery. And it felt a lot more like a party boat situation, which was unfortunate, but I still enjoyed myself. And if I just want to make sure that I am managing your expectations, if you decide to make this purchase and go this route based on my video, that I'm totally transparent with you about the entire thing. It's not all that it's cracked up to be, but it's still a great time as long as you have that understanding going into it. Now let's get back to the video.